Now, here's the reality. TCU wins out, and they are in the college football playoff. There's no questioning that. There's no debating that. Heck, I could make a case for a one-loss TCU team to be in the college football playoff. Now that's not going to happen because if they lose to Iowa State this weekend, that's a bad loss, right? We can all agree it's a bad loss if TCU loses to 4-7 Iowa State. And then if they lose to K-State, you're not going to get in as a non-Big 12 champion with one loss. You can't get in. The reality is the only conference, maybe two, but certainly the only conference that's going to get into a college football playoff without being a conference champion is the SEC. It's a scam. It's ridiculous. It's bogus. But that's how it goes. We understand how this sport is. We understand the bias that's involved in this sport, but that's just how it goes. And that's how it's going to continue to go, whether we like it or not. That's how it's going to continue to play out. TCU is not going to get in unless it's undefeated. I think it's kind of ridiculous that you can't even have the conversation around a Big 12 team getting in with one loss as if they're somehow like a group of five conference. But that's just, unfortunately, how that conversation has unfolded. On Facebook Live, Scott writes, at least Tennessee lost, so they're not in the playoff hunt anymore. I know. I saw Tennessee. Tennessee fans were crowing. Did you see Tennessee fans? They haven't been good in 2 decades, so I forgot what a bunch of losers Tennessee fans are. But my goodness, Tennessee fans. These folks, they were watching, because Michigan was struggling yesterday, Ohio State was struggling, TCU was struggling, and they're like, if we went out, we're totally in. Well, there's no doubt about it. We're in the college football playoff. And then they gave up 63 points to Spencer Rattler and South Carolina. I'm not a Spencer Rattler fan, but at least for a day I am. At least for a day, I'm a Spencer Rattler fan because, goodness gracious, Tennessee fans have been unbearable. Oh, we should be in there. We're ready for the big time. Oh, yeah, we're going to be great. And then you got smoked by South Carolina. My goodness, what an absolute joke Tennessee fans had become over the last couple of weeks. I was just as happy about that as I was the TCU win on Saturday. And before you say you're biased, remember this. I run this site. I love the Big 12. I'm a Big 12 guy through and through. This is the league, this is the conference that I want to see succeed, obviously more than any other. It is right now good for the Big 12. And by the way, the Big 12 will make more money. Everybody will make more money if TCU wins out and makes the college football playoff. I'm not saying that if you're an Iowa State fan, you should not want the Cyclones to upset the Horned Frogs and spoil their season. You should. If K-State ends up getting into the Big 12 title, if they beat Kansas on Saturday, K-State fans should be out in full force down in Arlington, trying like heck to beat the TCU Horned Frogs, win the Big 12, and spoil their season. I'm just saying, if you do what I do, and I'm just here to be transparent and honest with you guys, it is good for the Big 12, and frankly, I think it's good for everybody in the Big 12, if they have a representative not named Oklahoma in the college football playoff. Because the country needs to see what this league is. And if TCU could be the first Big 12 team to ever win a game in the college football playoff and play for a national championship, could you imagine what that does for this brand, the Big 12 brand, especially with Oklahoma and Texas leaving? Because there are people who want to treat the Big 12 and will want to treat the Big 12 like a group of five conference once the OU and Texas are gone. Trust me, they're out there. And they're going to be in full force. So I'm just giving you the big picture 35,000-foot view on what this looks like for the Big 12 Conference moving forward and how this could play out as well. So heck of a comeback win for TCU in this game. Max Duggan, those of you asking, yes, he should be he should be over in New York for the Heisman Trophy ceremony. I'm not saying he's going to win it or should win it, but he should be there for the ceremony, no doubt in my mind.